Hey folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this stream finds you well. I'm doing good. Just getting back into a little Battlestar Galactica deadlock 2 nights in a row. By popular demand. Well, maybe not, but what can I say? I love the game. And honestly, it's overdue that I have a single player game running on my channel. And this is it, I suppose. Hey Groucho, how are you this fine evening? Is Monday evening. Yesterday I was a little confused about what day it was. You see, my wife's work schedule, she worked Saturday nights, and so that kind of threw me off because that's unusual. Usually she doesn't. So I mistook it for Monday. I kept saying, tomorrow night I'm going to play Sea of Thieves. This is not Sea of Thieves. It's still got a nautical theme to it in a way. In a roundabout way. But thank you, Groucho. You know who doesn't love the intro? The captain and crew of the Pacifica. they hated that intro. But it doesn't matter, they're all dead. So welcome back to it. We are, as usual, involved in the first Cylon War. If anybody watches Ronald D. Moore's, reboot of Battlestar Galactica, this war took place 40 years prior to that. By that time, the Jupiter-class Battlestar is a relic. In fact, quite literally, it's a museum. It's the Galactica. If I can say the name, the Galactica is in the series at the very beginning. It's being converted into a museum piece because the Battlestar Galactica is so old and frankly outdated. But then the shit hits the fan and they decide, well, we better get some weapons on this damn thing and put up somewhat of a fight. Well, I guess between fight or flight, they choose flight primarily, but they do fight a little bit. So yeah, this is the war that takes place 40 years prior, when the Galactica is a relatively new ship. We don't have the Galactica on our fleet. We don't know where it is. According to the story so far, it jumped away, and we haven't seen it since, so make of that what you will. Pretty good, says Groucho. It's his quote-unquote weekend. And I'm on the right side of the grass. Nice. I hope. But I came for Sea of Thieves. Oh. Today is Monday, right? I'm just making sure. I was so confused yesterday, Casper, that I kept saying, tomorrow night I'll be playing Sea of Thieves with Casper. It's not Tuesday. You know what? Technically where I'm at, it is Tuesday, but you know what I mean. And ahoy to you. How is Casper this evening? How you doing, man? Groucho says, well, it's unfortunate that they sacrificed themselves for humanity. Indeed. So, here we are with a few missions on the board. Over here, we've got some crap. I don't know. Persephone? Persephone. That's what that would be. But I'm stepping away from that. I don't necessarily want to deal with that right away. What I do want to deal with is the stuff that's going on here in Helios Delta. We have 2 missions. The primary mission has to do with nukes. You see, we engage in a bit of a false flag attack to get the politicians all riled up. And it worked. It worked. There was a nuclear detonation way over there somewhere. I can There's no reticle, so I just kind of gotta. Anyway, I think the planet's name is Hera. Is that right? Yeah. It's not habitable or anything, but that's where the fight took place. And there was a space station there, and a nuke went off. Apparently it was our fault, and we blamed it on the Cylons. It's kind of a mess, but at the same time, the politicians were kind of turning on the Navy, and now that a nuke's gone off, they're all like, "Oh no, not nukes. Maybe the Navy needs more money." And so, as much as I'm against false flag attack, we'll take the support that we're finally getting from the politicians because they're all shitting themselves, wondering if they're going to get nuked next. If I had it my way, well, you know what? I'll stop. I won't go further with that. But so now I believe this mission, this is going to be the planet Aquaria, and so Fleet Group Aquaria. This is our strongest fleet in the Helios Delta system. So it's kind of convenient that the operation's taking place there, because they can certainly deal with it, I think. I hope. Howdy there, Plaz. How is Plasman66 this evening? Speaking of which, Casper, if you're still around, how is Caspod? I know I already asked that. I demand an answer. No. Because I care. Damn it. That should have said, but they sacrificed themselves. Groucho is tired and can't write. Let me go back and take a look at it. Well, it's unfortunate. But they sacrificed themselves for humanity. That is true. Yeah, they did. Poor bastards. Anyway, let's get the mission briefing for this. And then now right on the heels of that, there's an operation here at I guess this planet is called Styx. They've got a few good numbers, but most of them are trash. No offense. Yes, I said it. We're going to have Fleet Group Canceron move on that, which means they need to jump. Let me quickly look over Fleet Group Canceron. That's going to be Commander Randall. He's got a pretty potent fleet. His operation, I don't know if I should get into it yet. Let's just have him jump, and I'll talk on that before it starts. There we go. You are cleared to jump. And you're jumping to Styx. And I'm kind of hoping that mission takes place after this one. I'm not sure how that'll play out. It might not. If it doesn't, things won't go according to my plan, but we'll improvise. Fleet Group Aquaria is just waiting. They're already where they need to be. They are commanded by Commander Privet, the senior officer in this system. And as stated, she has the strongest fleet in this system. There's a caveat to that. I've boosted Canceron's fleet, but again, I'll get to that later. For now, let's take a look at what Colonial Intelligence knows about this particular mission. I know it has to do with nukes. It'll be Permissive Action Link, which is also the exciting and confusing title of this stream. I'm good playing Sea of Thieves, actually. You rat bastard, you should have told me that. But that's okay. That's okay. I won't hold it against you. Oh, lovely. They named a planet after the river in the Egyptian underworld. Lovely.
The nuclear tests are a public declaration by Cylon's standards, and the message is simple. They have thermonuclear warheads. Colonial Fleet was days away from being dismantled by the intercolonial courts. Now, on the back of a nuclear threat, Kane has the ear of every single seat in the quorum.
Good
Virgon
deal.
has provided a large quantity of nuclear material to Colonial Fleet, on the
As you
condition
do.
that no one asks why they hadn't disposed of it yet. Our orders are to escort it to the labs at Aquaria and, whether we like it or not, restart their nuclear program. This is serious, Commander. We screw this up, the Cylons have the means to wipe out the entire 12 colonies without any chance of retaliation.
Were the other missions not serious, Major? And tell me that. Okay, Cylon propaganda threatens the escalation of nuclear warfare with Colonial Fleet forces. Kane, she's in charge of this whole business, has secured the release of 2 Virgon freighters containing unrefined nuclear materials. Expect resistance at the Aquarian landing zone. Now, if we do this, we get nukes, but we also get an Atlas class. I mean, we don't just get it, we have to develop it, but we get the ability to build this Atlas class, which is, for all intents and purposes, a carrier. It's not a battle star. Its primary purpose is to carry fighter squadrons and Raptor squadrons, etc. So again, that might be happening first. I don't know. Let's look at the other thing, that this other mission, just in case it transpires first. This is for Fleet Group Canceron and Commander Randall.
Cylon engineering crews have been trying to restart this refinery ever since they took it from local forces. The Quorum have agreed to underwrite any ore destroyed. It's more important that the Cylons don't bring the refinery online.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess what I want to do is get those nukes and then use a nuke on this facility. If that doesn't pan out, that's okay. We can use different weapons on it and destroy it. But here it's a Tillium refinery. It orbited around Styx, was overrun 2 weeks ago, but knocked offline during the assault. There's no data on whether the Cylons have yet repaired the damage, but scouts have noticed increased activity in the area. Action! Alright, I think that will do it. Let's let time pass and hope that the Cylons don't ambush some other fleet somewhere else. Oh, one more thing. Fleet Group 400, you need to get that brand new ship over to, over to where it's going. So there's that.
Cylon strike group has been detected. A fortified colony is under attack.
Of course it is. What is going on here? Operation Pycon. It's under 15% chance of casualties, so I'm going to auto-resolve it. That's OTTO. Excellent. No casualties. Well, no lost ships anyways.
Battlestar Group is under attack.
Ouch. Okay, chance of casualties 14%. My cutoff line is 15%. This is Fleet Group Gemini. I'm going to let them take care of it themselves. Don't lose any ships. Don't you dare. Okay, good.
Battlestar Group is under attack.
Where's this one? Oh, fuck. Okay, or frack, whatever. That's a small fleet that I'm moving into Helios Alpha to supply a bigger fleet with an extra ship. But they are not... Yeah, we're not doing this. Just jump out of there. Go. Oh, and they went to where they were supposed to go. Kinda. They went to the right system. I was afraid they'd fall back. Alright. Well, shit. Things have not gone as I had hoped. Fleet Group Canceron will be seeing action first. That'll be at Styx. That'll be the refinery that we need to destroy. Fleet Group Canceron's flagship is a Minerva-class battle star, and that's a brand new ship that we've got. So, actually, this fleet has 2 battle stars. The Pyrenees and the Osiris. Both are different classes. The Pyrenees is kind of we call it a glass cannon. It's got a lot of firepower, but it can't take a whole lot of damage. That will be the flagship for Commander Randall, and his old flagship is a bit of more of a tank. It's the Osiris, Artemis class. And then his first flagship is the Monaco. Well, we've just got all sorts of former flagships in this. Let's do it. Let's destroy a refinery. Should be straightforward enough, I think. I say that, but I don't know. I think Commander Randall's got this. After all, he's got 2 battle stars. I think he's commanding the only fleet with that distinction. And the other reason I did that is I wanted him to have that extra battle star. I wanted to put nukes on it so he could nuke the refinery. Not gonna happen. Oh yes, a delightful beverage. I highly encourage you to get a delightful beverage yourself. This is a weird fleet formation. I don't think that's gonna work, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 enemy signals. Okay. So here's his 2 battle stars. They'll be leading the way, I suppose. Actually, maybe better yet. Let's put the heavy battle. Well, no. Let's just do what we were doing initially. It's still a weird formation, but it's gonna suffice, I think. 9 enemies, though. We have 7 ships. A lot of fighters. This fleet has, well, a fair amount of fighters. Then he's got 2 corvettes. The Cataphract. Yeah, Cataphract and the Vanguard. A support ship with extra missiles and repair capabilities. A couple light carriers, the Orleans and the Aura. Then his first flagship, the Monaco, the Osiris, and the Pyrenees. I don't think I want to change anything. Do we have a Raptor squadron? Yes, we do, aboard the Monaco. All right. Begin your jump. Come on, Commander Randall.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
Let me do it. 3, 2, 1. It's a good-looking battle star.
The refinery is online, but I don't think it's been active for very long.
That's
The Quorum's
okay.
mission objective stands. Destroy the refinery before the Cylons can get anything useful out of it.
Exactly. It can be online. We're gonna destroy it. It don't matter. In fact, why don't we start with that? Let's just tick off the Cylons right off the bat. Open fire with both battle stars. That'll be missiles, please. Let's do a missile mission. I guess. A fire mission. Slow down our corvettes a little bit. Have them kind of match pace with the bigger ships. The bigger ships maybe they need to slow down too.
Yes, Commander.
Then after that, we'll go ahead and launch. What would I do there? Hold on now. After that, we'll go ahead and launch fighters. No, not that one. I'm looking for the Monaco. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Everybody that can launch fighters,
yes,
launch
sir.
fighters.
Launching fighters. Understood. Launching alert Vipers.
Let's just hit them with all the fighters we got. Okay, scratch that. Let's leave a few behind. And as for our support ship, he will go ahead and start... you know what? He'll start adding plating to the flagship. That way I don't get Commander Randall killed. Maybe his right side, his starboard side, could
Launching
use extra
drones.
plating. And I think that'll do. That will do. It's like the Cylons are heading the wrong way. Oh no, they're turning. We couldn't be that lucky.
Weapons free and by the numbers, folks.
Will that be enough to destroy the refinery? I don't know. But as it stands, since we haven't identified any of these targets, we can't fire missiles at them, and it's going to take a few rounds to reload, so we might as well fire those. Alright, let's organize these fighters into some kind of squadron. We'll call it Red Squadron. Better yet, let's do 3 of them. And we'll send the Raptor out there to identify the closest Cylon ship.
Understood.
They won't fly alone. They will have the protection of 3 fighter squadrons. And that will do, I think. Man, that's a lot of ships. At this point, I'm tempted to break off the Corvettes. You know, if we can divide their forces, that'd be great. So, let's order the Vanguard and, what's the other one? The Cataphract. To fire up their thrusters and get hauling this
Commander.
way. This is in the hopes that they break off some forces to go after them. The Corvettes are fast enough that they could outrun most anything that's chasing them. Let's also speed up the whole fleet. I'd like to create some distance between us and the Cylon fleet. I don't think that's really going to happen. But we can
On it,
try.
Commander.
Or at least we might as well. Where's that supply ship? There it is.
So say we all.
I think that'll do. The rest of the fighters will just kind of fly a cap, combat air patrol around the fleet. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, at least one squadron should go with the Corvettes.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Hostile
What
unit
was that?
identified.
Yeah, so they're launching fighters. Let's go ahead and have Red Squadron attack their fighters. Get into a little dogfight there. Now, we'll have 2/3 of them break off and attack the fighters. The other one will stay with the Raptors. We've already identified one enemy ship. It's an Arachne. I mean, that's no joke. That said, we can fire missiles at it with the Corvettes. Let's do that. He almost looks like he's turning to chase the Corvettes, which would be nice. Be playing right into our
Yes,
hand.
sir.
Otherwise, Commander Randall will keep his fleet moving forward. I don't see any need for him to change anything quite yet. I do wish the battle stars were in back and the lighter ships were up front, but that is not what we're seeing, so we'll just stick with what we got. I mentioned a fighter squadron defending these Corvettes. Let's make sure that's done. Good deal. I think that ought to do it. Don't let Chicken Hawk go down. Which one of these guys is Chicken Hawk? Is that going to be the Raptor? I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why it makes sense, but it makes sense to me. Speaking of which, the Raptor's job was to identify that ship. They've done that. Oh, what are these? Look at those missiles all spinning around like that. I've not seen that before. I'm not thrilled. I don't like new things on the battlefield when they're not on our side. Let's have these Raptors... God, I hate to fly across their front like this, but... The great thing about the Raptors is if enemy fighters start attacking them, they can actually they can kind of magnify to an enemy ship. And if they do that, if they stick to the hull of an enemy ship, enemy fighters stop attacking because they don't want to hit their own ship. We'll have these Corvettes start turning
Understood.
a little bit because really, I mean, we don't, as it stands, if they head towards the Corvettes, they're also heading toward the fleet. And that kind of undermines the idea. What are those things? I don't like that. Suppose we're about to find out. As for those three, Red Squadron can keep doing what it's doing. I'm curious about that shit. I don't like that. What is it?
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Got incoming. I do hope this fighter will shoot down whatever that is. That's his intention right now. No, it's actually not his intention right now. Oh well. Okay, Corvettes, batten down the hatches. Get all defensive about it.
Action stations.
Your one of you is about to get hit.
Brace for impact.
So say we all. In regards to Chicken Hawk, everybody aboard the fleet is looking out the windows. Oh wait, we don't have windows. This isn't Star Wars or Star Trek. Everybody's got their fingers crossed. Everybody's chanting, "Don't let Chicken Hawk go down." To which Commander Randall's like, "What about the flagship? Shouldn't we be more adamant about the flagship not going down?" I'm gonna have these ships all go to action stations. That way we can put out as much fire as possible, not against a specific target per se. It's just kind of like, everyone be on top of their game, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, these ships in the rear are just faster than our big ships, so they're they're running the risk of becoming butt plugs for the big ships. We don't want that either. That could be messy. Okay, missiles are back. Now here's the tricky thing. These fighters, this blue orb that you just can't miss. If our missiles enter that orb, they can redirect said missiles. And that is poop. Let's engage them with a fighter squadron. Is that all the fighters we have left defending the fleet? Just one squadron? It sure is. Oh, super. Okay. Are you guys not attacking them? Yes, you are. They're targeting war? War? Oh, okay. They're called War Driver Squadrons. Well, I guess we hold on to our missiles for a second. I hate to do that. How about our missiles headed towards the refinery? They're still en route. Cylons can't really stop that. That's kind of... That ship has sailed. They've got more... These missiles coming in. If those are guided ordnance, they're going to hit. But that's alright. We'll take it. Meanwhile, it seems like we have intel on damn near the entire fleet. And what we're looking at is two of those Arachnes. The Arachnes carry fighters. They're kind of strong. They have missiles. These, on the other hand, Revenants, if you've been watching for a while, Revenants are gunships. They're hard to... I mean, they're tanks. They don't have missiles. They don't have fighters. So you have two of those gunships. Scratch that, they have 3 Arachnes. And then they have these little Nemesis classes. These are Corvettes. They can fire a lot of missiles. And there's still 2 unknowns. How is Chicken Hawk? Why, Chicken Hawk's just fine. So, you know what? Chicken Hawk, go land on, drop Marines off on whatever that is. And as for the fighter squadron that's escorting our Raptors, they can break off and do something a little more productive. Maybe take out these heavy raiders. That's gonna do it. Did we fire missiles with those? Yeah, we did. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't do that. These guys are bracing for impact. After that, they'll speed up, turn to starboard some more, crack open a few cold ones. Here we go.
Hostile unit identified.
Oh, their ordnance missed. So did the fancy ordnance they fired at our
Missiles
Corvettes.
incoming!
These are gonna miss. Maybe. Mostly. Supply ship, maybe speed up would be awesome.
On it,
You
Commander.
do not want to be trailing. And yeah, he'll dive a little bit. Bart has that! Or Bart has this, trust him. I'm trying to. We'll see. Don't forget about your PCM. I don't think he's not running with one, unfortunately. I thought about it with the Manticore, but I switched it out for missiles. And as soon as we... In fact, I'm almost thinking fire the missiles. Because where is this war driver? Why is this blue orb here and I don't see an enemy fighter squadron in the center of it? I don't necessarily understand that. Unless it's coming from that missile, but I didn't see that with the other missiles. Sure, I'm curious about that ordnance. Our Corvettes are taking fire. So let's have them hit their thrusters and speed up. They won't start their starboard turn yet. Let's see what the Raptor discovered. What did he land on? Another Arachne. So they have 4 of those. They have a lot of stuff that can fire missiles. And fortunately, we have a lot of fighters. So, I mean, they're not doing it now, but they... In theory, they should be able to shoot down these missiles. But to accomplish that, they really need to start defending the fleet. That needs to be their order. So we'll defend the support ship, because the Cylons do like to pick on any support ships. That fighter is actually going after torpedoes. That's good. See, Corvettes are good. They've got their fighter escort. Do I fire missiles? I almost have to. I mean, they're just... Even if they mess with them, we need to start taking out these ships. So, Randall's ship will fire 2 salvos at that. Meanwhile, the Osiris will fire a salvo at that. And the Monaco will join, firing a missile at that Arachne as well. I think we're good. Have our missiles hit yet? Negative. This round, though. Alright. So we've got a lot of ordnance heading towards that lead Arachne. Corvettes are doing what they're doing. Here goes. Holy shit! Is it just me, or did our missiles turn around because of that little missile thing? It's weird. It's not like... It's like our missiles, they're not turning around back toward our ship, which is what a war driver squadron could do to them. But whatever that ordnance is they fire, it's like our missiles chase it. So whatever it's aiming at, they follow suit. Fortunately, I think what happened was this fighter squadron shot down their missile, and at that point, these missiles lost their bearing. So we've just wasted some missiles is what's happened. That's tricky. If they have a lot of those, that could spell some trouble. How are our Corvettes doing? I noticed they were being shot at. Yeah, they're getting hit. At least the Vanguard is.
Yes,
To start
Commander.
making your turn, see if you can get some of those Cylons to peel off and chase you. Actually, don't start making your turn yet.
So say we all.
The closest Arachne is well within range. Oh man, so what? I can't use missiles as long as that shit's active? This is like back to the drawing board. So I would have to use guns until they run out of that shit. Which I wonder if we've got intel on like how many of those they're carrying, etc. Well, he's not carrying any. He's carrying torpedoes. Let's find out which ship is producing that shit. This might be them. I just don't know. Our Marines have boarded this ship. They are outnumbered, but they're wreaking havoc. That's got to be it. I've never seen that symbol before. Down at the bottom right where it says 18 out of 20. That's how many he has left. We need to destroy that. We definitely need to destroy that, so he stops. Yeah. How do we do that? It's not like I can have a ship peel off and go after him because they're still in a relative formation, so he has the support of all those other ships. If I fire missiles at him, isn't that the problem? You know, like. But then again, he just fired his ordnance and he has to reload. I'd imagine. Never mind, no, he doesn't. He's ready to fire this round. That's a mess. Alright, well, I suppose we just continue. Let's see if... I'm facing Iraqis. Oh, the Arachnes. Yeah, I don't think there's any Iraqis in here. They might be on our fleet. You ain't the only one. Some of them definitely turned around, yeah. I just don't see that we can do much about that right now. Let's deploy additional plating on this ship. And also, I think it's high time that we put it on the rear, or on the bottom. I also think it would be wise for me to figure out where the majority of guns are on one of these ships. The front, does the front have any guns? Yeah, it's got 2 of them. And they're strong but inaccurate. The rear, does the rear really have any guns? No, not. Oh yeah, it does. So that's kind of fun. That's unusual. It's an interesting design thing. They do have some broadside cannons. Not strong, but very accurate. There you go. They're top heavy. Some dorsal guns. And ventral. Do you have anything down there? Yeah, they have 5 guns down there. So actually, they're pretty potent, flying high too. Not quite as much as they are up top. I don't know. Are we taking a lot of damage? No, the main fleet is hardly taking any damage. Well, that might change. Let's see what happens. Yeah, not good, not good. Some of those are gonna hit. That's terrible.
Taking damage.
Yeah, Berserk took a lot of damage. Kick in your thrusters, try to get to the head of the pack. That's all I can suggest. There's another one of those things. And yeah, they are coming from this. Luckily, look at that. This ship is breaking off. Can a couple Corvettes deal with it? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. I think it's imperative that they attempt to. But I don't know if this is the round to do it, if that makes sense. I think maybe we give him one more round of getting away from the rest of his fleet. It only takes him one round to reload that shit that he fires. So the key is they get in close and unload on him, I guess. Oh, man. Again, I do not like that. I need to figure out a way to counter that kind of ordinance. I'm glad they're not spamming it. That would be terrible. There's one area where we have a clear advantage, and that is in fighters. Like, the Arachnes can, trying to really pronounce that now. The Arachnes are, they carry fighters, but I think those fighters have been eliminated at this point. And so we do have fighter superiority. But the fighters aren't going to do a lot to their capital ships, obviously. For now, we'll have the fighters focus on defending the fleet from incoming ordnance. Wonder where that missile's heading, just in case. I think we'd be okay to fire off our flak guns on the starboard side. I don't see that being an issue. Alright. How's that? Oh, those missiles didn't do a whole lot. Okay. It's strange. It's a fuel refinery. You would think it'd just go kaboom, but it's okay. I mean, we're heading there. We'll hit it with guns if that makes more sense, and I think it does. We'll save our missiles for things that are shooting at us, I suppose. Here goes.
Missiles incoming! Berserk is taking damage.
Shit. Alright, forget your thrusters, batten down the hatches, and dive. The aura is
Understood.
is taking a beating. We can get rid of the flag now. Cancel that. I don't think it did anything. I think fighters shot that down. They're closing in right behind us. We want to be able to use our missiles. I think we can now, on the ships behind us anyways. Going off of the notion that ship that broke off, the Arachne that broke off, is the one that's causing us problems. So, let's hit this lead ship. It's high time we put him down. Put a ship down would be great. I don't think this ship can fire missiles without hitting his own allies. So actually, let's have our wounded ship climb instead of dive. Yeah, I don't think he can attack the same target, because that dude is directly behind us. But he could hit something over here, I suppose. Like that one. That one's damaged after all. I'm strongly considering turning this Battlestar, turning its broadside and having it serve as a rear guard, but that really doesn't sound like a great idea. It sounds kind of suicidal. Where are we putting the plating on this? On the rear? Yeah, keep that, because he's getting hit in the butt. I can kind of do that, Rob. I can kind of. What I can do is, Well, maybe not. I was going to say I could... Because they do that through the defend command. You order them to defend a specific ship. Sometimes what's real handy is you tell them, like, say we're sending Raptors out to that ship, you could have a fire squadron defending the Raptors. And what's cool about that is he's getting so close to the enemy that when the enemy fires, he goes after their missiles right away, even though they're not going to fire missiles at a Raptor. In fact, now that I say that, why don't we do that? Why don't we send this Raptor out here to attack
Yes,
that,
sir.
and we provide him with fighter support. And so, in theory, that should do it. So, what do I want to see here? I guess... Well, I really don't know. I guess I just want to see where those missiles end up that we're firing. The ones they're firing, they're just going to end up hitting the aura. The aura is in bad shape already.
Berserk is taking damage.
Actually, the aura needs repairs bad. They are still firing at the support ship.
On it, Commander.
It will climb. The aura needs to do something desperately. Like cut out in front of the in front of his allies. And the support ship needs to start repairing the aura's aft section. Wait, did that not register right? Deploy plating on the aura. Right in the butt on the rear. How did our missiles do? Well, they're actually hitting their target, so that's good. That's great, okay. Now, let's turn our attention to the corvettes. We'll have them begin their attack.
Understood.
They'll come about and climb. Fire. Well, don't fire missiles yet. Wait till you get close. That seems to make sense in my head, anyways. Good night, Rob. Thanks for being here, my friend. I will try to do good by Randall. I hope not to get him killed. Alright. Here goes.
Celestra is taking damage.
Okay, so now the Orleans is getting hacked. They just unleashed something else here. I don't know what it is, but our flagship is about to sail right into it. See if he can avoid it.
Yes, Commander.
This ship that's getting hacked, they'll fire up their thrusters. Just try to outrun whatever's trying to hack them. The aura... They need to effect repairs on their tech bay.
System
they
repairs
also
underway.
need to do something. Don't turn your right side to the enemy, that's for sure. You really don't want to break off from the group either.
On it, Commander.
Then they'll pick you off. Oh man, oh man. Let's put the Osiris into condition 1. Aggressive. He will turn his
On it,
broadside and try to cover these wounded ships. Okay, so that jackass has fired another one of those things at us. Does he have to reload right now? Yes. So good. The Manticores can go ahead and fire. It's going to take more than this to destroy that ship, but
Action stations!
I don't know. We'll see. And also fix your turret, not turrets, just your turret on that. We'll take it as we'll even have the Raptor fire rockets.
Understood.
They don't do a lot, but it's something. I guess that'll do in terms of the Corvettes. I'll probably watch them this turn. Shit, the Monaco is... It's this guy right here. He's heading right into whatever weapon that is. I think what that weapon... I see what it is. It disrupts their tech bay. So screw it. Just sail right through it. And fire missiles. At that, let's see if we can destroy our first ship. I do enjoy that this Arachnid that got hit, he's breaking off. The Revenant, not so much. He's still coming on strong, touching my legs. All right. It's a silly thing to say.
On it, Commander.
All right, this is what I want to watch primarily. We'll just have the rest going on in the background. There goes the Revenant. There goes an Arachnid. Okay, what was taking damage? I mean, that business was good, but I'm afraid that the Aura is going to be the next one to go up. Although, if it's taking stern damage, it's got a lot of plating back there all of a sudden after those repairs. Oh, wow. The flagship needs a lot of help. Its navigations are down. It needs to... I suppose it needs to turn hard and start fighting while it repairs its nav. You know, with that, I think we gotta do something. The whole fleet needs to stop and fight now. Well, at least the ships they can need to.
So say we all.
Because I'm not going to risk the... Oh, I already am risking the commander of this fleet. This is not good. Yeah, if you can fire missiles, fire missiles. What's our next easiest target? Well, actually, let's hit something substantial. God, there's too many enemy ships.
Understood.
Yeah. Yeah, you understand that, lady? Got a lot of missiles going out. Actually, that that blue orb is that thing that screws up our tech. Our light carriers, it appears the Orleans can, they can stick around and fight. Ain't no reason to run. Not
On it,
now.
Commander.
However, this one needs to keep running. In fact, I think that'll be fine. Okay, so as for the Corvettes... Ouch. Vanguard is taking a lot of fire. He'll fly over that. Meanwhile, the cataphract will break off to the starboard a little bit and climb.
Yes, Commander.
They've both got their turret faced on, fixed on that. We do have kind of what Rob suggested. Now we have 2 fighter squadrons well within range of this Arachne. So I don't know. Hopefully that's enough to shoot down any additional ordnance that they fire. But this is really a mess. I think our support ship needs to turn around in order to effect more repairs. In fact, to help out the flagship, if possible. Oh, man, the flagship should be turning the other way. They've got a lot of armor on their right side. Oh, well, they'll just fully come about, but they need repairs to their aft section. No, you do want to repair your nav. What I'm doing is I'm trying to tell the support ship to deploy plating to your aft section. Nope, I don't think that's not what I'm... There we go. To the rear. To the rear. And also dive, because it looks like you're taking damage on the belly. But you can't really dive because nav is all fucked up, okay? It's not good. We'll put him in defensive posture as well. I hate to do that. Well, wait, he's firing missiles this turn. We'll do it next turn, if it survives. What a mess. Touching my legs, I almost spit my drink out. Hey, Tex, how you doing? Good to see you. She says, Tar, are you here? you go this way. No, see, I'm glad they give you time in between turns, because otherwise that'd be a mess. Like, turn this way. Nah, better yet, Alright. What a mess.
Minerva is taking damage.
Yeah, I see that.
Manticore is taking damage.
What just blew up on our side? Did something blow up on our side? Did nothing blow up on our side? I'm surprised. Okay, the flagship. Let's see, its left side is ripped to shreds. Its rear is ripped up. Keep turning. Show them your right side, preferably. This thing, this Revenant flying in above us, I'm afraid it's going to be the death of our flagship if I don't do something about it. No, that's not it. Fire at the right fucking thing. Namely that. Oh, man.
Understood.
This is really just slow-paced stress. I don't think this thing can even shoot anything from this location. Well, it can shoot that. So do that. And the aura, I don't care about
Yes,
you
sir.
so much anymore. Get in the fight, because... Alright. I'm gonna do something kinda nuts. The flagship will fire up its FTL drives. It might be getting out of here. I mean, I don't know. I can cancel it at the last minute. I reserve the right to do that, but it really needs to start thinking about self-preservation. Let's make sure everything is fixed on a target. Actually, don't fire at him. He's gonna die in a second. Fire at that Revenant. What else can fire at the Revenant? You can. Is that all the guns I got? Flagship can fire at it. Any missiles available yet? Negative. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, as we fly past this thing, we need to dive because these Corvettes, their front gun faces down, their rear guns face up. I mean, that guy's in bad shape, but I don't know. This is a fleet with 2 battle stars. And is this fucking difficult? I want to see, is our flagship, did we stand a chance of surviving? I guess we kind of do. We can turn our right side to them. That's about it. That's about all we can do. This does look bad. This feels bad. Maybe this is bad. Maybe. I'm gonna hazard the guess that this might be bad. I mean, even if we get over, even if the ship survives, it's like now I'm at the point where the commander of this operation and his personal ship, they're trying to get the fuck out of there. That's not a good sign. It's got to be demoralizing for the rest of the fleet. I think our one saving grace is this. The Osiris, second strongest ship in this fleet. And in fact, someone could argue that it's stronger than the flagship. But I just don't feel like it's done a whole lot. It's certainly not taken much damage. Maybe it is dishing out damage, I just haven't noticed because I've been so preoccupied, but it's our saving grace. If it can start doing some shit. Stay alive, flagship, stay alive.
Minerva is taking damage.
I know it is. Don't blow up, don't blow up. Okay, now it has all the armor on its front has been stripped. This fucking thing needs to go. How close are you to blowing up? Pretty damn close. Do you have armor on the bottom? Yeah, and on the top. What a mess. Can anything fire missiles yet? No. I did not expect this mission to be this difficult. They're about to fire missiles. That sucks. This is it. I think Commander Randall's about to get killed. And frankly, I don't have a replacement for him. Not from his planet. It won't matter. If his fleet's destroyed, we won't really need another officer to come in and, Anyways, Rob, if you're still watching, sorry. Because I know this is kind of your adopted fleet since your sign is Cancer, and this is the Cancer-on fleet. And you said Bart has us. This is too little too late, but we're going to batten down the hatches on the flagship. I know. There's probably officers on the bridge of the flagship like, we haven't already done that? Why? There's air pouring out of the ship everywhere I look. Air and fire that's quickly being extinguished. But, like, what? This hurts my brain. Okay, you guys, can you fire? Nope. Okay, awesome. Thanks for nothing. You gotta
On it,
destroy
Commander.
that ship. Just kinda have to. The Vanguard's about to lose it. And that's one of these Corvettes. It is so over unless we can destroy this Revenant. I don't see that happen. Alright. Here's my fingers are crossed for Commander Randall. It's not gonna matter.
Manticore is taking damage.
Oh, the Revenant's gone. Well, I lied because
Lava is
that's not
taking
all it's gonna. That's not all we're gonna need. We're gonna need more than that. The Revenant died, though. That is comforting, somewhat. It's like everything's in the red, but look who's got missiles now. Why can't you fire your missiles? Like, are we in that bad a shape you can't... Command... Oh! They're saying that he can't fire his missiles because he's attempting to retreat this very turn. So if he survives this turn, he's jumping out of here. And now I'm wondering if that is necessary. I mean, I think it is. You know, these smaller ships just need to get the fuck in there and protect their flagship. Like, take that out. I do have to decide, is the flagship going to continue to jump, or should he just go ahead and fire his missiles and stick around?
On it, Commander.
That is the question. And the Osiris really needs to get involved here. That ship, that particular Arachne, is untouched, and guess what? I didn't notice this, but he's got that same kind of ordnance that turns our missiles around, and he's ready to fire it, but he hasn't yet. They're gonna fire this turn, though. I can tell. They've got shit loaded and ready. What's crazy to me is I actually technically haven't lost a ship yet. Grayson, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Looks bad, feels bad, and even if victory is achieved, these ships are beat to hell. It is bad. Caspa's going full lurk mode. I'll look down to see what's happening from time to time. Tex and I are doing an Athena. Nice. And try to speed through. Safe sailing to you. I hope you pull it off. I think you will. There are no hatches left to batten down. Not trying to make anybody watching feel responsible, but do you think this ship should jump or fire missiles? I probably shouldn't put it on anybody else. I should. If, you know what? If Randall's gonna die, he's gonna do it defending his fleet, not running away. Let's cancel repair subsystem. Cancel the retreat. I'm so afraid to do this. But it's canceled. He's definitely staying. That's all. He can dive because his nav's fucked. Fire control's online, though. Fire. Already. What at? Actually, wait a minute. What if I turned on my flat cannons? No, never mind. I was kind of wondering, is that Corvette just sitting there in the middle of the flak field? But that's not the case. Oh no, Rob! Oh, I just canceled the jump. We spooled down the FDL. It would take 3 turns to spool it back up. Oh fuck! I would have heated. I would have gone with what you said. Let me think about this technically. The right side of this ship is armored very well. So what that tells me is this Arachne can't do much to it. Now this guy might be able to hit the bottom, but even the bottom has a little bit of armor. In fact, we'll start adding more to that. I'm so sorry, Rob. I should've just jumped. We're diving as much as we can. We're firing missiles, but we're not in an aggressive posture, so it's not like we're gonna fire a hell of a lot of them. I think it would be best to fire them at this Nemesis since he's so close. All fighters need to, well, all nearby fighters, I forgot. We've got a couple fighter squadrons out there defending the Corvettes, but any fighter squadron here needs to be defending the flagship. Yeah, forget the support ship. We can, I hate to say it, afford to lose that, but a brand spanking new Minerva I would prefer not to lose. So like, get in there and defend him. I know I've probably checked all these ships, I just can't help but check again. Have you already fired your missiles? No, not yet, you're about to. Who are you firing them at? Him, okay. The bottom of that ship. So actually, this guy should target this Arachne. Same with the badly damaged Aura. In fact, the Aura can... I know it's life or death for them, but they need to go to condition 1. I don't think they're a target so much anymore. Oh man, what about the Osiris? What are you doing? And who are you firing the missile at? Let's re-decide that. You're firing it at that, and I think that's fine. I think that's a good... No, Otto, you fool! I'm good, but I'm a little disheartened by what's transpiring in this particular battle. I had this impression that I told Rob, I was like, Fleet Group Cancer, I was going to get some action tonight. I didn't know that I should have said, you're going to see the death of Fleet Group Cancer on tonight.
Understood.
Alright, these guys can fire missiles again. And so do it. Is any chance of you guys destroying this thing? Probably not right now. Can I begin the jump sequence again? It's a fool's errand, because it's not going to matter at this point. But yeah. See, it's so weird. He had to drop that order in order to fire missiles, but now he can do it again, apparently. I'm gonna do something really stupid. I'm sorry, but
All
Randall's
hands on
going to
deck.
go into full attack mode. That way he fires more missiles. Here goes. Stop thinking about it, Otto. Just go. Go, go, go. No, 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 no.
Minerva is taking damage.
I know it is. Let's put it back in defensive posture. It survived yet a few more. It survived 10 more seconds, really. I started to see those missiles move, and I thought, oh, they're turning the missiles around. That Arachne was destroyed. I figured that would happen. Here we've got the Osiris versus their last remaining perfectly healthy Arachne. Getting a lot of static, but it's from this game. This game does that. I don't know why. If it's just like a Cylon thing or what. Look at all the decompressions in that ship. That smoke is actually like air and people and the occasional chair. And paperwork. For some reason on Battlestar Galactica they still use paperwork. What's going on with the Corvettes? Just keep your guns on him.
So say we all.
What kind of shape is he in? That's not terrible. He's still in the fight for sure. Oh man, oh man. Can you dive anymore? Not much. Put your guns on that. He is back in defensive mode. He has armor on his starboard side and on top and on bottom, so he's technically... What about rear? Yeah, he's got armor on at his rear too. Front? None. So you don't want to take any hits in the front, or definitely not on the left side.
So say we all.
These ships probably aren't even in range. If they are, it's just barely. But, you know, try. You don't even bother trying, because I know you're not in range. Support ship, get him on the flagship ASAP. They really only have 2 Arachnes left. This one that stands a chance of destroying the flagship, and the other one that's doing the tango with our Corvettes. And honestly, that refinery's gotta go, because I'll tell you what will happen. We destroy the fleet, but if the refinery's still online, that means we still have however many rounds it takes to destroy the refinery. And in the interim, the Cylons already know there's a fight going on here. In other words, there's a hidden countdown. They are sending other ships to this area. So if we destroy the fleet, but not the refinery, that means we're really begging for Cylons to show up and hit us with another fleet. Or another pair of ships. I don't necessarily think it would be in a whole fleet, but... yeah, you guys can't fire missiles. Nobody can fire missiles, right? Would that be accurate to say? Yeah, okay. That's it. Here we go. Don't die.
Minerva is taking damage.
I know it's got to stop taking damage. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. This ain't good. It's not terrible either. He's still somehow in the fight. Look at all these fighter squadrons just waiting for them to fire a missile. Fuck it, attack them.
Understood.
I know you're just fighters, but that doesn't matter at this point. Put all your guns on them.
Yes, sir.
Everything we got. What are you doing? Defending the Osiris? The Osiris of all ships does not need defending right now. What kind of shape is this ship in? I don't know. There's part of me that thinks we might just pull this off. Let's deploy plating on... He can't hit us in the front. He can't hit us on the left side. What about... How is he doing damage? That's what I don't understand. Oh, you know what I'm misunderstanding? She keeps saying the Manticore is taking damage. This isn't a Manticore, this is a Minerva. I'm expected to know all these sci-fi ship types. So she's talking about the ships over the Corvettes. Because that makes more sense. Like, they shouldn't be able to be doing damage to this right now, unless they're hitting it in the front. And to that end, I'll go ahead and add more plating to the front. That said, I think he is set to retreat this round. And again, I'm back down to, do I have him retreat or do I have him finish this? Because turn toward Arachne and dive with the Artemis. Yeah, he should dive. I mean, I don't know about turning toward him, but I do totally agree we need to dive to get those top guns into the fight. If I turn toward him, what am I losing then? I'm losing the broadside guns, which are very accurate, in exchange for the forward guns, which... But I think as long as I dive, right, I believe what you're going for is getting those... whatever you call them. Not ventral, but dorsal guns. Right, I think that would work. I feel like turning toward them, we'd be losing the broadside that we currently have. And I know those guns aren't as strong, but they're so damn accurate that they are actually digging into them. Just maybe not at the rate that the big guns would. But if we dive, as you suggest, the big guns will have all the more capability. Like, they don't even look like they're firing right now. But that would change the tide. I think he needs to turn his front away. Rob, since you are at a keyboard, do you think he should jump now? Or do you think he should... Because in order for them to damage him, they have to hit his front side or his left side. That's in order to cause more decompressions and shit. Otherwise, he's got a little armor that they haven't been able to cut through, and I don't know why exactly, but... Well, I do know why, because his right side, his starboard side was armored to hell. Like the support ship armored him. I don't know. What do you think? Jump or not at this point? Moreover, we gotta get some ships. Where's our wounded ship? The Aura. Hit your thrusters and get over to that damn refinery. Where is that refinery at this point? Oh shit. It's over there.
Yes, Commander.
The Monaco is still in great shape, but he's got a broadside and he doesn't have forward guns. So he might as well maintain his broadside. I agree. Just in the chance that they jump in more ships, knowing our luck, they'd jump in right next to the flagship and toast it. As for the Corvettes, they are... I'll tell you what, their little turrets are... They're having an impact. Anyways.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so he is set to jump. I think we are covered. Here goes.
Minerva is taking damage.
No, that is the Minerva that's taking damage. Oh, whew. Goodbye, Commander Randall. We'll see you again very shortly. Yeah, no one can call him a coward for jumping at that point. Okay, if we can keep this guy on the run, but in the fight, and look, his fire control. That's why he's not destroying the manticores. He can barely fire his guns. So we're going to have this wounded manticore do kind of like what the Aura is doing, and set a course to the refinery. We will have the Cataphract, which is it's the Corvette that's in better
Yes,
shape.
Commander.
We'll have them continue to pursue this ship. Honestly, at this point, it appears that the fighter squadron and the Raptor will probably destroy this thing. And honestly, they should break off. Because I know it sounds strange, but it's a game mechanic. Like, the Cylons could send reinforcements, but I've noticed that if you destroy the last enemy ship, they're almost guaranteed to send reinforcements. Might take a round or two, but they will send reinforcements. At this point, it's kind of like maybe. I mean, there's a chance they will, but it doesn't happen very often. The wounded ship, the Aura, you don't get the luxury of jumping out of here. You're gonna go be a hero and try to destroy that refinery. Does anybody have missiles they can fire at that last ship? Yeah, you do. But don't. Fire those missiles at the refinery. Meanwhile, don't hit your thrusters.
Action stations.
Just keep doing what you're doing, I guess. I think things are okay. The support ship will fly alongside the Aura and deploy some more plating to it, try to get some repairs underway, just in case the Aura gets jumped on its way over there. And I don't want to just send the wounded ships alone, do I? For that very reason.
Understood.
So here's a weird fight: a Corvette versus what I'd consider one of the newer, stronger Cylon ships. But hey, somehow the Corvettes are winning this, and the Cataphract is in great shape. He's about to be able to fire missiles. Let's do it. Shit, he fired another one of those things. Oh no. I mean, it's a good thing, but... where do you think that's going? Probably to one of our wounded ships, so let's get combat air patrol on all of our wounded ships. Like, you're defending him. Let's get this fighter defending the Aura. Yeah, I'm feeling much better about having Commander Randall jump out of there.
Yes, Commander.
The missile could be coming toward one of these other two ships, but these other two ships are in great shape. Although this one could use some engineering repairs. And he's got a fighter escort anyway, so he's alright. We gotta get over there, though. Like, ASAP. If we destroy the refinery and more Cylons jump in, with the exception, maybe, of the Osiris. No. Let me revise that. If enemies jump in, and we haven't destroyed the refinery yet, I'm going to have the wounded ships jump out as well. Where's that missile?
Clean up and TF2.
I see why it does that loop now, since it's got a perimeter where it tries to suck missiles in. Makes sense for it to do that kind of loop deal. Can we get one more fighter squadron back here defending the Monaco? That would be... Or wait, is he firing at the Osiris? Well, if that's the case, well, let's have this fighter squadron go back here and defend the Monaco. We'll just have the Osiris fire up their flat cannons. Go into defensive 2. Yeah, that'll work. And the Cataphracts can come about.
Yes, sir.
Then he'll kick in his thrusters and head toward the refinery as well. Starting to think the Vanguard's going to be the first one there, so actually he may not jump out if any more Cylons jump in. Where are you going? It's very hard to tell. The flagship's firing flak, and this thing's not going anywhere near it. In fact, that thing's not going anywhere near anybody. It's kind of just dead ordnance. Well, hey, better safe than sorry, I suppose. The Ara is almost within gun range.
Yes, sir.
Next round he will be. So we'll hopefully finish this off. Are you really dead ordnance or what? Well, you're about to be. No? Yeah, he's... Not a concern. Watch it turn around while I'm not looking. Alright, so... Aura. Kill your thrusters.
On it, Commander.
Get into offensive posture.
Action stations.
Fire missiles.
Missiles on their way.
Fire your cannon. Fighter squadrons, come on home.
Understood. Recalling squadron.
Why do I do that? Why do I bring back the fighter squadrons near the end of the mission? Honestly, it's so when I'm playing like Anabasis, which is a game mode on this, I do it because it's a good habit with some of the other game modes. So plus it makes more sense. It's immersive. Of course you'd call back your fighters. But in Anabasis, you really, if your fighters aren't docked, then you lose them. You have to replace them at
Subsystem
some
repairs
point.
are complete.
There. Oh, yeah. Well, it's over. Fortunately. That was stressful. I'm sorry if I made too much out of it, considering we didn't lose any ships. I mean, I do hope folks understand that we were damn close to losing ships. So I think my concern was merited.
Objective has been destroyed. That
Yes.
should slow the toasters down a bit.
Thank the gods, as they would say in Battlestar. Oh my. I'm gonna go ceremoniously beat myself. I'll be right back. That was kind of crazy. Randall got a promotion. Yeah, no shit he did. Wow.
Set condition 1. Weapons free and by the numbers, folks.
Escort Priority 1 still online. Escort clearance zone is active.
Firing on target. Fire at will.
Order received. Clean up and de-escalate.
Zach, prepare for catch. We're done here. If we haven't used up the whole armory, it's a good day. That's what you get, frackers.
They'll need more than that to take us down.
I couldn't help but notice there's little whirly bobs. No, that's probably what Vault Girl would call them. We'll call them cock blockers, right? Because they totally disturbed our attempts. Early on, one of those cock blockers hit one of their own Corvettes. So I guess that's the hazard with those, is since they sit there and do the loop-de-loop business, they leave a wide footprint. And wow. On Friday, the doctor said for a smoker, my blood pressure's not bad. you should test that now. Well, not now. About 5 minutes ago. It's funny, though, you know, starting the mission, it's just my demeanor throughout. I mean, starting, I'm like, okay, there's 9 enemies. That's substantial. We should we should create a save here, because if we lose this mission, it'll throw us back to the last save. I forget this commander's name. She pretty much has the primary fleet of this system of Helios Delta. I think it's Commander Asker. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. But obviously, her mission is to escort 2 freighters carrying unrefined nuclear material. There's not much more to say. Her flagship is an Artemis class, so a battle star called the Triton. She does not have 2 battle stars. Again, that was the only fleet that got 2 battle stars, and man, am I thankful. The intent was that the Minerva would just carry nukes, but I am very thankful there were 2 battle stars there. I hope that this mission isn't similar, but we'll see. Her priority is obviously protecting these frigates. At the risk of some of her own ships. That's really what she needs to do. She's got a mixed fleet, kind of like a standard fleet on a little bit of steroids. She's got 3 light carriers, 2 corvettes, a frigate, like the Monaco or whatever, but this one's called the Astana. And her flagship, again, is the Triton. So, Fleet Group Aquaria, here you go. And that is the bridge of a battle star. Of a Jupiter-class battle star, that is. Which we don't have any Jupiters. They're out there, but none of them are in Colonial Fleet. Each colony has 1. But I can't control them, nor do I see what they're doing. And I know that the Galacticas, as I said at the start of the stream, it jumped away and we haven't seen it. So whatever it's doing, I hope it's doing well. I have a suspicion that it will survive in order to make a television program 40 years from now. That's the belief. Okay, so we've got guided ordnance on the corvettes. Each of the light carriers is carrying a fighter squadron, a Viper squadron. The Astana is carrying a Raptor squadron, so another Chicken Hawk, I'm sorry. And the Triton is carrying a couple fighter squadrons. We got a lot of fighters, and guided ordnance is what we're going for here. Let's figure out the disposition of the enemy forces. Oh, they're right ahead of us. Off to the starboard, those would be the 2 freighters that we're charged with protecting. Let's start, I think, with putting our corvettes close to them. The corvettes will get in real close to those frigates and try their damnedest to protect them. The light carriers will form a stack. They'll essentially just be one on top of the other, which I find gives them good. Then you're not dealing with the broadside of 1, you're dealing with the broadside of 3. It's a lot of enemies. I mean, again, that's probably close to 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I guess 8 is close to 9, isn't it? So there is our stack. And that looks fine. We'll put the old flagship, that is the Astana, We'll put it at the bottom of the stack. A little lower. And then the flagship, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just kind of back here, so it's clear of the guns of the stack, but yeah, that'll work. So I think the name of the game here is I'll give a fighter squadron to each one of those freighters. That'll help against incoming missiles. And they'll also, we're sending the corvettes to them. So that'll be some kind of ship defense. I'm noticing, you see all those rocks over there. That's a good deal. In fact, my gut tells me to have the freighters break off to starboard and kind of get in amongst those rocks. So if the Cylons follow them in, they run the risk of colliding. Of course, I need to be vigilant and make sure we don't hit rocks, because that would dampen our intentions. But I think that's the plan, is they'll turn hard starboard, they might even double back. I believe we're good to go. Begin your jump. Shall you? Will you?
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1. Jump successful. Cylon Dratus contacts already present at the landing zone, Commander.
8 of
Freighters
them.
1 and 2 are both accounted for. We need to clear the blockade so the Virgon pilots can make atmospheric entry.
Okay. Well, Agathon, you have your orders. Instruct those frigates to turn hard starboard. And dive, maybe? Yeah, dive to get...
On
maybe
it,
put
Commander.
rocks in between them and the enemy. I should make this one have a tighter turn.
So say we all.
We don't all need to say it, just make it so. And please make this battle a little less stressful. I'm looking for a blowout here.
Launching fighters.
Easy victory is what we want.
Launching Raptors.
I'm already seeing a problem. We do not have a support ship, so there's no repair. None of that. No repair, no buffing the plating or anything like that. So that kind of sucks. That was an oversight.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the commander didn't ask for it. Yeah, I never did check her name, did I? Everything else can stay on course, I suppose. Everything needs to be launching squadrons.
Launching Alert Vipers.
And they are. Looks like we might have gun range right off the bat, so let's get in an offensive
All hands
posture.
on deck. Firing solutions updated.
Just in case that is what we're looking at, gun range. Oh, no.
Firing solutions updated.
Oh, the flagships.
Yes, Commander.
Probably best diving. I would almost argue that they should pick a target and start firing if they have range. Anyway. With
Firing
those
solutions
forward
updated.
batteries. And that, I think, will do it for the first move. Here goes. How are we going to win best in show if we can't buff the plate? We're not. Yeah.
By design, mass detonation devices require 2 entities to arm. Commander, has it not occurred to you that the concept of nuclear testing was manufactured solely to inspire this very reaction?
Rot in hell, robot.
I
By your
second that.
command.
She said, by your command. I don't know why I just gave a gender to the Cylon, but... Okay. I guess it's on. 2 fighter squadrons have their orders. Defend those frigates. Freighters, I mean. I wish they were frigates. But nope, they don't have any guns. I don't know whether to send fighters to support the corvettes. I don't think I need to, because you know we've got them going out to protect the freighters. That's close enough proximity-wise that they can be defending the corvettes too. You guys need to turn hard starboard at this point.
On it, Commander.
This captain sees that rock and thinks that would be nice to put that in between him and the enemy. You know, for a
Yes,
civilian,
sir.
he's got somewhat of a tactical mind. The Raptor. We need you to identify a target. You can fly right over these revenants. Their guns
Yes,
are
sir.
too big. Too big to deal with a target that small. Let's give the Raptors some fighter protection. So we got 1 fighter sticking with the fleet, 2 squadrons protecting the Raptor, and by nature of being close, they'll also be defending the fleet, and 2 going to protect the freighters. Let's turn the entire fleet somewhat to starboard so we can get a broadside with these ships. With the light carriers, that is. We can start picking targets too, please. Let's go for this first one. How are we gonna win best in show? The flagship, I'm sure he's opening up with his forward batteries, forward batteries, but we gotta get low and turn our side to the enemy. See if you can get under the stack. Can you? Is that? I think you can. And the Raptors have their orders. I think everything's good. Let's fire missiles. That ship is going to take a lot of cannon fire, so I almost want to dedicate the
Understood.
missiles to this lovely little lass over here. Here's a few missiles just for you. So we've got 2 Revenant gunships, 1 Corvette. That's good. That's good. Let's do it.
IFF confirms unit is hostile. Adamant is taking damage.
There's a 3rd Revenant. Is that the same Corvette I saw earlier? Yeah. And an Arachne. We've got enemy fighters inbound. Let's do something about that, shall we? Why are all 3 of you going over there? Let me guess, you're all part of the same squadron. Well, okay, you're not anymore. You need to take out that fighter squadron, please. What were you going to target? You know what? Let's have our Marines land on the Nemesis. Now, I know no. They ought to land on something. Yeah, land on the Nemesis. No, land on the Arachne. Just in case it's got some stupid ordnance. Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. It's just got guided missiles. Well, that's a relief. We don't have any cock blockers involved so far. But you just wait. We still have 3 mystery ships. Alright, freighter captain, you're getting close to your rock where you can feel safe and write letters back home to the spouse. We'll have the Ascension go with
Yes, Commander.
the freighter that's heading towards that rock. Shit, actually, the Ascension can go ahead and fire missiles as well. Yep, at the same one that the fleet's firing at. Now this one, is that such a good idea? So you can have a clear line of fire? Don't know if he will. This one will fire at the Arachne just for that very reason. For fear that, we don't want friendly fire.
All hands on deck!
Yeah, you can keep your elevation. I believe that's good. No incoming missiles. A lot of incoming, cannon fire. And the flagship needs to continue to dive. I hope this lady's name is Commander Asker, because I'm just going to keep referring to her as that.
Adamant is taking damage. Adamant down!
The fuck?
Missiles incoming!
That was ridiculously quick.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. Alright. It's not over yet. Not by a long shot. You three need to start diving too, I guess. What was the deal with that first one? Its left plating is taking a beating. Okay, so start to turn around to show me your right side. Man, wonder what happened there. Hold on a second. Yeah, just the cannon fire from those revenants made short work of our old flagship. And you know, if that didn't do it, they had all these torpedoes inbound. Our Marines have landed on the Arachne. Wow. In fact, our Raptors were so torn up that only 5, that is, 5 Marines landed on the Arachne. The Arachne has 131 Centurion Marine personnel to deal with those 5 guys. And one thing I'll say for those 5 guys is they make a mean cheeseburger. Alright, well, It's a bad way to start. Actually, you're the Ascension, aren't you? You stay with that freighter. What's your orders?
Yes, sir.
Actually, you can go even lower. Decisive blunder, number 645.91. Something like that, I think. I lost count, but I think you're pretty accurate on that. Wow, this is that's 3 revenants. Probably what happened is they were just all combining fire. Which I guess we're kind of doing now, maybe? Aren't we? We should be taking that one out. Yeah.
Artemis is taking damage.
Let me do something about that. Okay, at least not all of them hit. It's too late to fire a flag. That's not going to matter. Our left side is ruined. Let's show them our ass and turn around. If they get distracted enough by our posterior. Fire missiles at... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I guess that's the one getting all the turret fire, so we'll fire at this one.
Yes, Commander.
They've actually let up on the Sipahi. That's this light carrier that was taking damage. And what is the Sipahi firing at? You should be firing at that. These two should come about as well. Okay, let's look at the priority for this mission, the freighters. Yeah, well, on the one hand, I'd like them to loiter here, but on the other hand, there's no, loitering is not a good idea when enemy ships are moving in on you. So keep trucking.
So say we all.
Really, that's what you are, freighters. You're space truckers, right? It's like their whole life is elite dangerous. Sorry, it's a weird reference to throw out there. I mean, it is a space game. Okay. Here goes.
Artemis is taking damage.
Yeah, it is. No fucking way. No way, no way. That's...
Squadron has gone dark. On it, Commander.
I thought the last mission was bad. I guess I should say it, that our flagship just got blown up. Commander Asker is, well, dead for sure. I don't think there's any way to win this. Time for safe scumming. I think you're right. I will kind of, hurriedly finish this out. What the hell?
Berserk is taking damage.
Not good, not good.
So say we all.
I said not good, and she's like, so say we all. Yeah. Concentrate all your fire on the lead revenant. I know you're getting hacked, but it doesn't matter. That Corvette stands a chance of catching up with us. Do we have any ordnance heading towards these freighters? Are these freighters going to hit any rocks? No, I don't think so. I think our computers would tell us if they were, although I don't know how finicky that is.
Yes, Commander.
How many ships do they still have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're losing our light carriers, obviously. Well, the light carriers are, at this point, unprotected. In fact, I almost, if there's any fighter squadrons that are out there with them, wow, this is a single fighter. Or no, that's the Raptor. There's nothing he can do, except for camp on that ship. He's just got to remember to dislodge himself from it when the ship, well, if the ship starts to blow up. These fighters should engage the enemy fighters, because they're trying to double team that one squadron. Can our corvettes fire munitions? Yes, they can. Let's do that.
Missiles on their way.
Try to take out the Nemesis Corvette.
Berserk is taking damage.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Missiles
Nope, that's
incoming.
gonna miss, yeah. Did we just lose 2 carriers and what? No, we lost 1. They're just hacking the hell out of this one's systems. But his guns are still online, and that's really all that matters. There's no point in attacking that, or that, or that, or that. Yeah, hit the Corvette, I guess. It's kind of sad. The captains of these 2 ships, they know what's up. They're going to die. They just need to. They need to buy the freighter some time.
Understood.
I don't know why. Because I'm pretty convinced this is just not in the cards.
Berserk is taking damage. Berserk down.
There's 1 Berserk carrier left. If anything, you should fire at... Scratch that. If you can hit this one, do it. And yeah, guys, let's get their fleet to follow us through these rocks.
Yes,
if
sir.
possible. If this fight stands, which I don't think it can, I don't know how it can.
On it, Commander.
It's like I won't reset for or I won't reload for losing my flagship, but
Berserk is taking damage.
but even in a withdrawal action with them in pursuit, I just don't see it happening. And there is no jumping away in this mission, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't like being in the clear, but we're coming out
Understood.
into clearing. But I'd like to get up by those other rocks. Can we fire missiles yet? Not yet. Any remaining fighters? Are there any remaining fighters? Yeah, there's this squadron. He's up against 2 enemy squadrons. I would suggest you try to take out the rest of the fighters in that squadron. But you're dead, by the way. You are dead. And I know I already checked, but we cannot fire missiles yet. Right, okay.
Berserk is taking damage.
Berserk is gone. There it goes. Okay. Fighter squadron that was out here is gone. Did it manage to defeat the other one? No. If the Cylons are wise, they'll just take that fighter squadron. They'll have it dock and try to replace it. There's way too much for 2 Corvettes to take out. Without question. But I kind of want to see what they'll do. What is he aiming at? We'll have you dive. You will climb. You'll climb 2 and return fire on the Nemesis.
Understood.
You'll also fire at
Yes,
him.
Commander.
Oh, those other ones. Are they coming into the rocks or not? That'd be nice.
Manticore is taking damage.
Shit, they did hit it. And they've got guided ordnance, but our fighters hopefully will take care of that. And they are. Our missiles took out the Corvette. They now have 5 ships. A couple of which are at full strength, more or less.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, there's not much to be done. What happened to his nav? Oh, hell. That's the worst thing that could have happened to him. Navigation's shot. Needs to repair that.
On it, Commander.
Otherwise, he's just going to be floating there. I mean, he'll be moving, but not very much. Let's get into defensive
Emergency cruiser
posture,
on standby.
effect repairs, and keep going. These torpedoes, yeah. Yep, this is it.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay. Can't fire missiles
Yes,
yet.
Commander.
Start climbing a little bit.
So say we all. Missiles incoming!
Well, I'm glad we started climbing, because that's unguided ordnance, so they're just shooting at our projected position, which obviously has changed. If they hit us now, it's just sheer luck on that, anyways. We'll fire at them.
Come on. Intercepting.
ship is taking damage.
Sheer luck it was. They hit. Climb quick. It's not gonna matter. He's gonna eat up all those. And hopefully our fighters, yeah. Oh, our fighters are being engaged by that. But, but they need to shoot down those missiles. So they can't both engage that enemy squadron.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Yeah, I see that. Is nobody gonna shoot down those missiles? No, they're not. Let's go into defensive posture.
Action stations.
Hey, V, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to a absolute blunder.
Missiles incoming.
Ouch.
Civilian ship is being attacked.
His navigations are getting torn up. Let's start repairing.
Understood.
And of course they still have 5 ships. I mean, I didn't really expect that to change. Our fighters are attempting to shoot down these missiles. That's good. They're not going to get them all, though, are they? No. Okay, so you'll climb. You'll dive. The Manticore will turn around. I know, crazy, right? But yeah, he's gonna turn around and fire missiles at the Corvette. We don't have enough missiles to win this at all. I don't even think with 2 Corvettes we had enough missiles.
Missiles incoming. Civilian ship is taking damage.
How's his navigations? They're almost back in good condition. You should do the same.
On it, Commander.
Your nav. Turn the Corvette around again. Does he need any repairs? Negative. Okay. How about that fighter squadron that doubled back to attack the enemy? Yeah. Yeah, he's losing.
Subsystem is back online.
Unfortunately, they're navigating this debris field pretty well. I had hoped that one Cylon ship would hit a rock and it wouldn't change the big picture, but would have been nice. It does happen occasionally.
Yes, Commander.
One more round and our Corvette fires again. And one might wonder why I'm even playing this out. I don't know, because it's a gameplay that I like, you know? Like, I understand that I will have to do this again, but believe it or not, I am still having fun. Although I saw the writing on the wall. Hell, when our carriers were destroyed, I wouldn't even say when our Battlestar was destroyed, but when the carriers were destroyed, I realized that, or maybe the first of the 3 carriers, that's when I truly came to grips with, this ain't happening. Knowing the battle now, seeing how it plays out, I think our flagship was dead no matter what, because it's gonna fight. Dude, that Nemesis is right on us. Well, Corvette, this is what you were built for.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Don't hit your own ship. Okay, good. They're gonna make it through all that debris. Oh, there's the fighter squadron that we knew was coming. No, don't attack him. Attack the fighter squadron.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Shit. They're hacking the Manticore. And of course they're going after fire control. We gotta get out of range of it, is truly all we can do.
Optimizing firing solutions. I'm inbound on your starboard.
Huh, he's chasing the Corvette. Or no, he's just looping around, I see.
Yes, sir. On it, Commander.
They're in our subsystems, Captain.
It's gonna break. There it is. Huh, interesting. How they're really focused on the military ship, not the civilians at this point. Fire control is offline, so we'll repair that. We only have 4 fighters left. Let's see if this Raptor can get away. Where was he? Where are you at, Raptor? There you are. Try to land on one of those civilian ships. I'll be your ticket out of here. No. Nope. He got shot down right away.
Missiles incoming!
Oh, no, he didn't. He's on his little merry way. It's probably not very merry, but he's on his way. He is going to land on the civilian ship. Well, yeesh. It just all went south a lot quicker than I thought it would. I knew something was up when we lost the frigate right off the bat. It's kind of like, oh, that's how this was gonna be. Then when we lost our flagship, it's like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Let's bring fire control back online just momentarily, and then we get back to repairing it.
Missiles on their way.
Yep, that'll do. Huh. There's that raptor. Yep, and he'll land on there. Sorry about that. The old voice is going again. Still, something like that.
On it, Commander.
Corvette's got 6 more missiles. Frankly, it wants to destroy this before this is over. Be my own personal victory in the midst of defeat.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? Can you fire? Not yet. Navigation is starting to get damaged. Here comes the hacking again.
Manticore is taking damage.
Fire those missiles.
Yes, Commander.
And start repairing navigations. Unfortunately, now we're under the guns of the big ships.
Manticore is taking damage.
What I could do is boost firewalls. This is what I should have done to begin with. Boost the firewalls of the Corvette.
Manticore is taking damage.
Those missiles didn't do it. It is over. It's absolutely over. If his navigations weren't screwed, then now would be the time to ram.
Manticore is taking damage.
There it was. Wow. Wow. Oh no, it wasn't Asker anyway. See, I had the name wrong. It was Commander Privet. Well, it's gonna make us redo that. Let's view the replay and see the terrible events that took place. Or didn't take place, really. It's just sad.
Come on, come on, come on!
I'd like to think the freighters got away, but clearly they didn't. They were kind of left alone with a bunch of Cylons. Not even that Raptor remained, because it was attached to the Corvette when it blew up at the end. So I'm thinking how I can do that differently. On the one hand, I think I don't know. I'm thinking about, do I do it with the fleet as stands, or do I delay this action and do something about the fleet? The truth is, I wanted to have this wrapped up tonight because I wanted to be able to buy some of those Atlas carriers that this mission will unlock. So yeah, I really hate to put this mission off. But I'm about 23 minutes from my end time. So, you know, I don't have any illusions that I can do this successfully in 23 minutes. So now I'm burdened with the question, do I go over for the sake of completing this? Because I know I won't do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sea of Thieves.
Optimizing firing position. I'm inbound on your starboard.
But like with any mission, obviously, as I've already explained, I will play it through. I just absolutely acknowledge what Rob said. Like, yep, I mean, we have to save scum, honestly. Game doesn't give us a choice in that matter, but, but I like exercise. Even exercises in futility. As this was. I had really hoped to destroy that last Corvette, just for shits and giggles. And I dare say I got close to destroying it. Was that the last salvo the Frankfurt fired? No, I don't think it was. I think he fires one more. But yeah, what do I do differently? Like, is it a matter of placement? I wonder if I put the fleet, further away is an idea, but excuse me, but you have to protect those freighters, and they're right there. That was the last salvo, the one I had hoped would have taken that ship out. And here in a second, their big guns will get on the Frankfurt, and that's that. Privet, is it? Commander Privet. What a mess. The only thing I can add to that fleet, technically, would be a support ship. Okay, so now it's brought me back to this. How do I try it again? This fleet is going to get decimated no matter what. Let's proceed. Let's do it. I'll just work with what I got. If I lose it again, then I'll call it a night. Do something about Commander Privet's fleet, like add said support ship, maybe swap out one of the weaker ships for something heavier. Her fleet is no longer the most powerful fleet in that system, though, in Delta. That would probably be Fleet Group Canceron, since they're boasting two battle stars. But I'm not going to send them after this mission, because, frankly, this is an Aquarian mission, so Fleet Group Aquaria is the fleet that needs to be doing it. Okay. I don't know if this is the answer, but I'm going to put the bulk of the fleet further away. They'll turn almost in like a starboard beam heading, just a 90-degree turn to the right, and hopefully meet up with a freighter somewhere in the rock pile. Part of the reasons our fighters perform so poorly is if their hangar gets destroyed, they just do. They perform worse than the raiders, than the enemy fighters. God, I hate leaving those freighters to their own devices, but that's kind of what I'm doing here, I suppose. Let's get our flagship a little bit out here further. It needs to dive a lot and get beneath these enemies. Yeah, that will do it, I guess. Do we even need Raptors? Did the Raptors do much? They did not, I don't think. So let's swap them out for fighters. Because removing the enemy fighters would be great. Actually, scratch that. No, keep the Raptors. You know why? Because they are going to try to hack, and I just need to be a little more quick with using those Raptors to defend. Plus, they were torn up right at the beginning. But then again, proximity. As soon as we jumped in, we were in gun range and under fire. And not really in a great position to return fire. At least with our flagship, we weren't. Begin your jump, Commander Privet.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
No
Job
matter how you
successful.
slice it,
Cylon Dratus
this is
contacts
bad.
already present at the landing zone, Commander. Freighters 1 and 2 are both accounted for. We need to
For
clear the
now.
blockade so the Virgon pilots can make atmospheric entry.
For now, they're accounted for. They better not be in gun range right off the bat.
Yes, Commander. Yes, sir. Understood.
I'm trying to think what we can do with the Corvettes. Can they split the enemy? Because they do have a knack for doing that. Let's see if they can. Let's send them off to the left flank without any fighter protection. Initially, anyways. And see if that, coaxes any of the Cylons into breaking
Understood.
off or...
Yes, Commander. Yes, sir.
It's truly what nailed us at the beginning there was their combined fire. That I'm real curious if this is going to be in gun range right off the bat. They're turning to it.
By design, mass detonation devices require 2 entities to arm.
Tell her to go
Commander,
to hell,
Has it
please.
not occurred to you that the
Major,
concept of nuclear
tell her.
testing was manufactured solely to
Tell her
inspire
to go
this
to hell.
very reaction?
Rot in hell, robot.
By your
say-
command.
Well, close enough.
On it, Commander.
Freighters will go low. Let's put everybody on a aggressive
All
posture.
hands on deck.
That way we can fire at range. I'm not saying we're going to have shots right now. I somehow doubt that. Why can't he go any further? Isn't that weird? Oh, I see. Okay. Well, because when you're in attack posture, you're slower, I guess. Yep, that's it. Well, whatever. Get in attack posture. We need to send a couple fighters to defend the freighters. And we'll send the Raptor in. I don't know. I believe this is going to be a Revenant class. Go after him. Give this Raptor a lot of fighter support. Have these guys start to turn a little bit to starboard, just again to see if we can bait some of them to break. If we can split their fleet, it'd be great. Alright, let's see if they can do anything to the civilians this turn. They're not firing yet. Oh, well, see, I jinxed us.
Priority 1 still online.
Well, get some rocks in between you and them. Look at this. If you can get right in between, well, I guess flying under this one
On
would
it,
do the
Commander.
trick. Pop back up on the other side. And let's get an ID on these ships so we can start launching missiles. They are launching fighters. That's expected.
Fighter squadron is taking fire. Hostile unit identified.
Dude, you gotta be shooting down those missiles.
Civilian
Thank
ship
you.
is taking damage.
Nice, nice. As for the Raptor, I'd like you to board this ship since it's able to shoot the civilians. Well, it looks like both of them are shooting the civilians. Are you clearing that rock? Yes, you are. Okay, missiles away. Let's go for their
Missiles
lead
on their
ship.
way.
Actually, yeah, let's go for their lead ship. Get the battle star on an offensive posture. If it can hit those with its guns, I seriously doubt it can. In fact, maybe I should... Not that it matters. No, not yet, but... Hey, we're getting there. Fuck. Hey, well, here's the good news. They are breaking off
So
to
say we
attack
all.
the Corvettes. So let's have those Corvettes kind of run.
On it, Commander.
They can fire, so let's do that. They too will fire at the lead ship. He might not, because he doesn't want to hit his buddy. Fighters. Enemy fighters heading towards our Corvettes.
On it, Commander.
Well, then you need to get back to the fleet. This is already not looking great. I regret my decision making those Corvettes go over there. Though it does make this a little more manageable. That said, we've got civilians under fire already. Honestly, if our Corvettes can get back, that would be...
Manticore is
That'd be
taking
all right.
damage. Missiles incoming.
That civilian ship is... He's hanging in there. Not by a lot, but he is hanging in there. Let's see, what if you can... No. Let's see, where are you relative to their ships? Ooh, you got missiles coming in.
So say we all.
But you also have a fighter escort, so hopefully they can take care of that. I also noticed that the Revenants are breaking off, which is good news. Can we have can the Raptors get back to their ship? Well, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I still don't think we're in range, but it's worth checking out. Almost. So that's why I'm aiming at that lead ship. How about you guys? You in range? I think they are. Yeah, they're firing. So let's pick out a target. Corvettes, how you doing? Not great. They need to turn back to the main fleet. They really need fighter support. Do I have a fighter that can break off? Well, they're going after that, as they should. One of these guys can break off, so I'll unassign him. And you need to defend those guys 2 days away. Good luck. I think that'll do. Let's... Oh shit, our flagship. I should keep it diving.
On it, Commander.
Start firing,
Alien ship is being
flagship.
attacked.
Yes, there you go. There you go. None of those missiles connected with the civilian ship. Civilian ship's navigations are suffering. We don't want to hit that little rock because they're just as deadly as the big ones.
Understood.
Especially Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
That's very deadly. These ships are starting to take fire. Again, they're focusing on the Adamant. Let's put it in a defensive posture. Let's have the carriers dive a
On
little
it,
bit.
Commander.
Their guns are already fixed on particular targets, so we'll just maintain
Yes,
that.
Commander.
The temptation was to have them go straight to this side of the rock, but I ought not to defend them, you know. Between them and the freighters, I'd rather have the freighters be safe. Our flagship is going to dive some more and continue its assault on this ship. It's just about to break through their armor and start causing
On it,
some
Commander.
damage.
Understood.
I dare say our distraction is kind of working. Only thing I'd do different is fighter support. They sure shit needed fighter support. And they're getting it, but it's probably going to be too little too late. What to do with these fighters? Now, the enemy, for the most part, is firing torpedoes. I need to figure out which of them are firing guided ordnance. Now, I imagine it's the Arachne ships. And so I think we need to identify
Understood.
an Arachne ship, and I believe that is going to be one. And so we identify that, or that'll be a positive deal. How's our Corvettes? Did I already check that? Yes, I did. Let's have them lose the first ship this time, please.
Manticore is taking damage. IFF confirms unit is hostile.
There's no way that unguided ordnance is going to connect.
Yes, Commander.
Fighter's still a long way out. He's attacking that torpedo. I don't think he really is. He wants to. Tell you what, I'll give you a specific target. Attack that Raider squadron, please. Okay, back to the civilians. Interesting. They have broken free of the enemy ships. We got one Revenant has already gone down. That's good. Now, we are on the verge of losing a Corvette. No, hit that closest Revenant. Why aren't you able to target the closest Revenant? Huh. Because it's dead? Be a good reason. You know what? As much as I said I'm starting to regret it, I'm thinking the action that we undertook, having the Manticores head off to the left, although we do run the serious risk of losing one, I think it's paying off. Because it's almost our entire fleet, save for the Corvettes, against this Arachne here in a second. And I would say that's very positive,
Yes,
especially in, as it relates to the last time we attempted this. Let's see.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yes, that's good.
We've lost a Manticore, sir.
I figured. It's okay. That's not okay, though. That needs to be avoided. Return fire. All of you are attacking that
Yes,
enemy
Commander.
Corvette, I believe. And so I don't think that Corvette's long
Understood.
for this world. We will have our flagship open up on that Arachne and dive a little more still. Because why not? Most of its heavy guns are up top anyways. Keep our civilians trucking. Star truckers. Where's our last Corvette? Here he is. Let's have you dodge that incoming ordnance if possible. I think it is possible. In fact, that ordnance might have been aimed at the other Corvette, which is, well, that's it. So, that's alright.
Adamant is taking damage.
What just blew up? Their Corvette. So truly, yeah, it's... Oh, these ships are about to get hit. You know what? Can you guys defend them at all? I think they're probably going after the Astana. Which honestly, the Astana should turn at this point anyway. She's already in defensive posture. She's already battened down her hatches, so to speak. Let's order our light carriers to open up on that Arachne. Same with the flagship if you can. And How's the Frankfurt doing? It would be the Frankfurt. Last survivor. Is your fighter support there? Yeah, but he's dogfighting under the guns of those capital ships. And he's up against 2 squadrons. He doesn't stand a chance. Trying to fight him under the guns of the Frankfurt. It does have rear guns anyways. It should be getting back to the fleet
Yes,
here
sir.
soon. Soon-ish.
Missiles
Come
incoming!
on, shoot him down, shoot him down. Nice, 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 nice.
Classic firing solutions.
That was perfect. That was really, really well done. Okay. Let's turn our starboard side to the enemy. Let's not collide with our flagship. That would be ideal. Oh, and he's got his Raptors back. Launch
Launching
'em.
Raptors.
Let's head out there and identify those last 3 mystery ships. Everything's targeting what they should be targeting. Are you guys about to hit rocks? Not really.
Yes, Commander.
No, the answer is no, Commander. How's our Corvette doing? Better than the fighter squad that was sent to protect it.
Understood.
Squadron, I should say. Yeah, they're almost done. That's too bad. I didn't fully think that through. Okay, I think... Actually, you know what? The Astana can switch posture temporarily to offensive. It also put fire on that Arachne. I believe these 2 fighter squadrons are attacking the Arachne. That's not necessary. You're not going to do a whole lot to it. So defend your fleet, please. Probably should have sent those 2 fighter squadrons to you know, defend the corvettes. Okay.
Switching gun to
That was
Squadron's
good
gone
timing
dark.
having them come back then. She said, "Squadron's gone dark." That's the squadron that was protecting the Frankfurt. Shit, evasive maneuvers.
On it, Commander.
Is that rock gonna be in the way? Nope.
So say we all.
You guys gonna hit anything? No. And finally, let's get our Corvette. He's finally getting into decent, range of his own fleet again. I wish those fighters were still on him, but they're really not. They're back there tangoing with that squadron of ours, and now they're maybe staying back with their ships.
Missiles incoming!
Take it down. Yes. Okay, good. That is great. Alright. Let's get our fleet
So
back
say
in
we
some
all.
kind of formation so they can deal with this, with what's left of the Cylon fleet. And supposing the Cylons don't send any reinforcements, I can't imagine they would on
So say we all.
a story mission this difficult. As for you, go identify that.
Understood.
Take some fighters with you, but we need to leave some behind. But 2 squadrons is mandatory if we're going to survive. If they're going to survive, that is. And in the meantime, I think that'll leave us with 2 fighter squadrons. We will have one of them protect the main ships. The other one needs to be defending the civilians. As for the civilians, they can break off to the port side, to the left, and that, I think, will do it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, after this round, we're going to launch a barrage of missiles at the enemy, I believe. If we can all fire, and I think we can. At least we have one of them ID'd, so yeah, we'll be attacking that. And hopefully, rather than their fighters intercepting our ordnance, we'll be hitting them with 2 fighter squadrons, and that should keep them busy at the very least. At the most, and I hope, we destroy those fighters. What just blew up? Oh, that was the Iraqi. They are burning a lot of ordnance trying to fire at that Corvette. That is great. Put him in offensive posture. Take some semblance of evasive action. And finally, return fire.
Missiles on their way.
Shit. You need to get out of the way of the flagship. You're sitting right at its missile arc. Well, you're faster, so... Actually, you know what? Forget
Yes,
his
Commander.
missiles for now. Just speed up. Cancel missiles. No, scratch that. Fire your missiles, and we'll just wait with the flagship to fire until next turn. No one's going to hit anything, right? Because this is this part of space is chunky style. And these ships need to get... Actually, hit your thrusters. Get into
Yes,
a
sir.
position where you're going to greet the enemy when they arrive.
On it, Commander.
I don't care about formation. They can work on that when they get there. Oh, I've definitely gone over. Yes, this attempt is going way better. And I'm glad I didn't quote-unquote cheat, that is to say, like, totally rearrange this fleet and add a bunch of battle stars and all that. I'm not above doing that, but I'm glad to see that this fleet can, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but can do this on its own. Even without a support ship. Can our flagship fire missiles unimpeded? I think so. And you can speed up at this point. Because I'm still not positive that this ship won't get hit by his own missiles. How about our fighter squadrons and our Raptors? Yeah. Fighter squadrons. Forget about the torpedoes. Hit those enemy Raptors. Or enemy, Raiders. That's not good. They're going to shoot these raptors out of the sky before they're able to identify anything. I think what we need to do is go ahead and board a ship, and this one will suffice. Closer the better. Where are these torpedoes heading? They're aiming at our Corvette. Our Corvette will kick in the thrusters and speed out of there.
Yes, sir.
Think that'll do? Yes, that'll do.
IFF confirms unit is hostile. Squadron has gone dark.
I knew it. They took down the Raptors. That sucks. But yeah, our fighters are able to identify these other ships. Now we're in another bad situation. We have equal number with the enemy. But we are fighting under the guns of some substantial ships. There's part of me thinking just leave it. Just maybe they'll pull this off. But I'd prefer for them to be fighting in neutral space, or certainly under our guns would be great. I think that our carriers can slow down a lot. Worry about getting back in formation. And, you know, get
Yes,
ready
sir.
to repel that fleet. Put him in offensive
station's
posture. I
ready.
don't need to worry about that with our light carriers yet, because the enemy fleet's nowhere within range. Corvette
Commander.
will escort these, but probably fire ordnance here in a second, actually. They need to get out of the way of that. Salvo. So maybe we'll dive.
On it, Commander.
And how's our fighter squadrons doing? You know what? I don't think they have any more guided ordnance. So let's. I don't mean to commit extra stuff to a losing fight, and I kind of pray that that's not the case. That this is not a losing fight. That it's a fair fight, even under the guns. And why? Because these aren't Corvettes or anything. They're really not made to shoot down fighters, especially the Revenants. The Revenants can't destroy fighters worth shit. They'll waste ammo trying, but I don't know about the Arachne. They might have smaller guns that are capable of hitting fighters, but so far that is not being demonstrated. Not here, anyways.
Missiles incoming!
Just waiting for our Battlestar to open up would be awesome. Shit. Come on, give me a chance. Stop. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Let's go into defensive posture.
Brace for
Activate
impact.
flak on the starboard side. I think that will suffice. Still waiting on missiles to be reloaded. We'll get our light carriers. Come on, a tighter formation than that, please. Well, something like that would be ideal. And let's get into condition 1. Be prepared to shoot. As soon as that first Cylon ship gets in range, we'll give them a hell of a how do you do. Over here. Now, your missiles are almost ready, so I feel like you should come about and get ready to fire. Civilians are in a bit of a clearing. I'm going to have them climb so we can kind of keep those rocks between us and the enemy fleet.
So say we all.
And I think that'll do it. Let's see if the flak does what the flak's supposed to be doing. Yeah. I don't want to leave it on anymore, but I feel like I have to just for the remainder of missiles there. Although, no, that's not his left side toward the enemy, that's his right side. Nah, let's just keep the flak going. One more round, and then after that, we'll be able to put some fire on this bastard. I mean, in fact, we can put fire on him. It's just not going to be very effective with our own flak in a way, and us being in defensive stance. Well, damn, that rock is not really helping the situation here.
Yes, sir.
I guess we're just not firing missiles this turn. We're going to wait for them to go first. So where I hope to see our light carriers open up on that lead Revenant. Can you fire missiles without hitting anything? Well, I want you to hit something, but I want that to be a... Well, actually, maybe not that, because I'm kind of convinced that Revenant is going to, you know, get a hell of a surprise here in a second. So maybe fire at something further back?
Yes, Commander.
How's our dogfight going? Ooh, I think adding that extra fighter was the perfect recipe. Their fighters are gone. Okay, let's get back to defending our own ships. You know we're winning when they're not even worried about the civilian ships anymore. I mean, their mission priority has changed. Now it's just go after our military. Which is what we want,
sir.
For sure. I feel like we've got ourselves a win here. Meh is right. Hey, Tar, how you doing? Tex was asking about you earlier. She said, "It's Tar, are you here?" And there you are. Good to see you, man.
Artemis is taking damage.
Yeah, it is taking damage, isn't it? Okay, well, let's cancel the flag. It still isn't great for the Artemis. I didn't realize that we were still running this much of a risk, but we are. That thing's almost dead, so the Artemis will fire at the next best thing. Quickly get on offensive posture, but we'll bring it back to defensive here in a second.
Yes,
He'll
Commander.
dive a little bit. And keep his guns on that. I do believe the Astana can fire now. He too will fire at that Arachne. I think that's good. It's a suicide, but the Frankfurt's going in. Maybe not so suicidal. Maybe he'll hide behind that rock and pop up at the last minute. I don't know. Taking what they're given, which is hopefully a little take-home pay. I mean, maybe not on a Monday, but yeah, still stands to reason. At some point, they'll compensate you, right?
Artemis is taking damage.
Stop taking damage. There we go. Okay, so the Revenant's been destroyed. Now we've got 2 Arachnes and an unknown. What are you gonna hit? That rock that I steered you so damn close to. Alright, pop up above it. And maybe turn toward the enemy if you can. Yeah, that's good. No, you don't want to show your left side to the enemy. That's all torn up. So I guess you're fine where you're at. Civilian ships are... Let's make more of a direct
Yes, Commander.
withdrawal, like head the opposite way that the enemy's coming. And this ship... Turn your left side to them. Open up on that. In the carriers, which will probably be our saving grace here. They should elevate a little so they don't have anything obstructing their shot. And that'll do. It's not good.
Artemis is taking damage.
Yeah, that was some damage. Well, whatever our mystery ship is, I think it's the one that fired those missiles. So, poop. What are you gonna hit if you do that? Oh, there's an asteroid or something there. Okay. Well, fucking go under it. Don't hit your own ship either.
Yes, Commander.
That'll do. We don't have any missiles available. What about you, Corvette? Can you fire missiles? No. Why don't you go eat up some fire? That's not the order any Corvette commander would want to get. Like, listen, pal, why don't you go eat up some fire, okay? You see, the enemy's firing a lot at our capital ship, and we'd like you to go eat some of that. But really, we would, so do that. Not trying to lose you, but... Huh. Turn toward the enemy already.
Yes, Commander.
Do that. Because your right and left side are in bad shape. I don't want to bring him down from condition 1. Although I'm sure Commander Privet would prefer to be in a defensive posture. But that thing's only got a little bit left. Either that or I turn my rear to it. Maybe that's what we'll do. Can we dive at all without hitting that rock? Oh, we already are. Okay. Okay.
Artemis is taking damage. So
Just
say we
keep
all.
diving. Fire those missiles at that. I want to be able to save our flagship. That would make this not just a victory, but a satisfactory victory. No missiles ready yet. Fired that. U3 again.
Yes, Commander.
You're gonna win this for us. I can feel it. That's not just a pep talk.
So say we all.
Fucking destroy that Corvette, please. Okay.
Plating is taking a pounding.
There we go. He sailed right into it.
Manticore is taking
Dumbass.
damage.
Stupid computer. Which, in this case, since we're fighting Cylons, that's... When we talk about the AI, it's very apt description. We gotta turn the Astana, get its left flank protected. But don't hit that rock. Man, we are just in a soupy mix. Like wedding soup, it's got the little meatballs. So good. I want wedding soup. You can't really get it at 4 in the morning. In Columbus. Well, I guess you could. OSU's campus probably has something open. But
Understood.
it's a hike for me. And wedding soup's a very particular thing to ask for, so maybe not. Could just see me going down to... I don't even think the Blue Danube, that was like... As opposed to all the fast food shit you'd find on Ohio State's campus, like... There's a few, like, all-night kind of diners, but even... I could just imagine the response if I walked into, like, the old Blue Danube and said, like, I'll have the wedding soup. And be like, well, then you're gonna want to go to an Italian restaurant tomorrow. What the fuck do you think this is? What are you shooting at? Him? Shouldn't you have been shooting at the Corvette? Or, well, you know, it's about dead anyways, so... I think we just keep on trucking.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay, not everybody's in gun range if they rag me. Okay, now we are. Except for our flagship, but... I do think it's better off getting out of there. It'll be able to fire missiles in a second. Can you fire missiles yet? Nope. Where's our Manticore? Right there. You know, Manticore sounds like
Understood.
an Italian restaurant. I wonder if they've got wedding
Missiles
soup
on their
on
way.
the Manticore. I bet they do. They probably have Frankfurters too. It's not Italian, but... Okay. Let's talk of food is killing me.
Manticore is
What am I
taking
doing?
damage.
Oh, the Frankfurt's about to lose it. That sucks. Still, it's far better than my last attempt at this mission. Yeah, it's done. There's no point. The best we can do is have it, like, go into a spin and start to drop because it's dying. So we'll do that. That'll be great for the cinematic replay, although it won't show it unless I force it to. No, not your left side. Turn your right to them. You guys all attacking that. And you can fire missiles at them. It's our flagship. And how are our civilians? Super.
So say we all.
And probably grateful. Because we get civilians out of there. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to leave them behind and have to negotiate with the Cylons about, you know, whether or not we can get our civilians out. We get the civilians out first, see? This is groundbreaking. There's 2 wars we've screwed this up in. But let me tell you, fetch this. You get the civilians out first, see? It's crazy. And then you shut down Bagram Air Base, or rather, you shut down your bases. and pull out your military. That's how you want to do that next time you play a grand strategy game, Joe. It's how we withdraw without having to negotiate with the Cylons. Yes, I know, it sounds crazy and
Radius is
unconventional.
clean. Freighters 1 and 2 are clear to begin descent.
Thank you,
There is
Major.
something you should understand, Commander. At every
Speak.
juncture, the Cylon people remain at the whim of human endeavor. You
People?
build your ships and your guns, and we respond in kind. Now you insist on nuclear weaponry. After today, so shall we.
It sounds scared.
I am Klothos, and we
What?
should all be scared of what stirs, shipbuilder.
Comms channel is dead. Commander, I don't know who or what that was.
It's a
We have to tell
Cylon.
Kane about this, don't we?
Not my place to tell you people how to do your jobs, but she will find out, one way or the other.
Yeah. So, okay. As if we didn't know that was a Cylon. It's kind of an effeminate Cylon, I might add. Nothing wrong with that. Just wish she was hotter. Maybe she could be like a flesh job. That would. Here's the replay.
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Marks incoming on priority 1.
Come on.
Intercepting. Go, go, go! Call the master box.
did it. Granted, I had to lose it once in order to win it, but hey, we won. Commander Privet is still alive. Good deal. She lost a couple ships, but the Cylons lost a lot more, and we got to talk to I don't know, a Cylon. A hot Cylon. So, I mean, they made Cylons to cater to all the whims of humanity, be it, child care, construction, policing, security, all sorts of stuff. Did they make Cylon sex robots? And if so, what became of them? Okay, so we've unlocked nukes. That's an escalation. And the Atlas carrier. And so, the next time we revisit this board, we will have carriers. I don't know which fleets I'll dispatch those to, but we can definitely afford them. I think. In fact, let me see if I can unlock those blueprints directly. No, that would be up here. The Atlas carrier. The Atlas is an iconic remnant of Vergon's imperialist history. Slow and densely armored, they are slow, that's right. The Atlas carrier now provides powerful fighter support for modern colonial fleet groups. We will purchase that. And how about nukes? Can we purchase those? Yeah, we can. So say we all. The Cylons are going to use nukes, so are we. Guess we started it, though, didn't we? Well, that brings us to a close. That was some sweet space action up there in Helios Delta. And I had fun with it, even though I really did get my ass handed to me in both of those missions. Luckily, thanks to Save Scum, that last mission was, I don't know, there was a little bit of a redemption. But it'll be a couple days, at least, until I'm back in Battlestar. Tomorrow night will be Sea of Thieves. Wednesday might be this, but I'll inevitably get back to Red Dead as well. I feel like I haven't played Grounded for a while, but we'll try to fit that in somewhere at some point. Anyways, folks, I've gone way over my normal expiration date. And so with that, I'm going to call it an evening. I thank you sincerely for the time, for the eyes, for the likes, for the vibes, for the delicious subs. And thank you for all of that. It means the world to me. It just makes my little heart flutter. It doesn't really. That would be a palpitation, and that wouldn't be good, now would it? You think if there's anything I want to say? Oh yeah, if you like this, and if you are subscribed, I would like to share some wedding soup with you in the near future. Take it back. I take it back. That would be weird. It'd be very, very weird. I'll think of you next time I have wedding soup. I gotta find wedding soup. Good night, folks. Thanks again. Oh hey, special thanks to people I can name, like Tar and V and Rob, of course. See, I did good by your fleet, Rob. Caspa, Grayson, Groucho, Plasman, Tex. Every last one of you, and even you lurkers out there, you very, very special stowaways. I appreciate you as well. Alright, folks. With that, I bid you adieu. Where am I going to find wedding soup? Gotta find